Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name's David Scott and I'm the Chief Executive here at Papa Ria Ringa I Puketapu Limited, New Plymouth Airport, and thank you very much for being here. I'd especially like to acknowledge Councillors Gordon Brown, Sam Bennett, Honourable Harry Dunhoven, Denny Morihue I think is not here, but he did, Murray Chong, Barley Huck, and please forgive me if I've left anybody off the list. Oh, I have. I apologise, mate. Shelley Kopu from the PRIP board, thank you very much for making the effort to be here. And especially like to acknowledge the widow of Don Driver, Joyce, who's joined us, and her and his daughter Justine. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, absolutely. Look, for many of you looking at this replica, I think it's going to remind you of the old terminal, and it'll remind you some of the memories that you had that were created there. It was hanging there for 50 years. This sculpture is important to all of us, and while a place for it in the new terminal was not seen as fitting with the new design and cultural narrative, it was agreed that it did actually have a place here. It was decided that a replica would be commissioned and a location decided at a later date. As with many things, COVID-19 got in the way, and this magnificent replica was sitting in the contractor's workshop in Wanganui until late last year, due to a number of factors that just nobody could control. So for a place for the replica where the public could come and see it and understand the significance of this piece of art was discussed, and you'll soon see the result. So why is this place of art significant? And what does it actually commemorate? The replica of the sculpture commemorates one of the most important moments in Taranaki aviation history, and that's the 1933 landing of the first commercial flight between Australia and New Zealand. At 7 p.m. on January the 11th that year, renowned Australian aviator Sir Charles Kingford Smith touched down at New Plymouth Aerodrome on Mountain Road in Bell Block. He'd flown his tri-motor Fokker, the Southern Cross, 2,115 kilometres from New South Wales in 14 hours and 15 minutes. Some of the domestic flights take that long these days, it seems like, but we won't go there. He left 7 Mile Beach at Jiroa near, and I'm going to probably get this wrong, Gerringong, about 140 kilometres south of Sydney at 5:40 a.m. New Zealand time, accompanied by co-pilot and navigator Sir Patrick Gordon Bill Taylor, radio operator John Stanage, Sydney morning aviation reporter Jack Percival, that would have been a trip to be going on, wouldn't it? And the Secretary of New Zealand and New Plymouth Aero Club's Stan Nielsen. They were met offshore by low-flying Aero Club aircraft from New Plymouth, Auckland, Wellington, Timaru and Canterbury, and 10,000 people at the aerodrome. So it was a big event. So this weatherproof sculpture is a replica of the original aluminium one made in 1966 by Don Driver that hung in the previous New Plymouth Airport Departures Lounge for nearly 50 years. It was stored securely when the new terminal Tohono was built in 2019 and 2020. So Kingford Smith, Sydney's airport is named after Kingford Smith. You've probably been there. And there are memories to him in Garoa and Sydney. The Southern Cross is on view in Brisbane Airport. So before we officially unveil the replica, there's a few people I would like to thank. Jim Tucker. Jim has helped provide some of the background of the artwork, and some of the words you heard today might actually sound familiar, Jim. Thank you very much. A plaque will be installed at a later date with some words that Jim's provided, so we're very grateful for that. Councillor Gordon Brown. Councillor Brown has been the driving force behind keeping me motivated to finish this project. Some will say there's a fine line between persistence and annoying, and it's a good thing that Councillor Brown does not know where that line is. Thank you. Kelly O'Donnell, Greg Carter, Austin Tanner from Sharp Metal, who constructed the frame and installed this replica. Look, when I first met Kelly and we discussed what he wanted me to do, my initial response to him was, I don't know, you tell me. But he has been extremely patient, very diligent through this project, and so has his team, and the result, as you'll see, is just fantastic. Thanks so much, Kelly. Lastly, Josh Ashland, Jonah Ashland. Jonah was the contractor responsible for this replication, and I think you'll all agree that he's done a remarkable job. He's a hard guy to find. I got an email, ironically, from him on Tuesday, and I've told him about the unveiling today, but unfortunately he's not here. Ladies and gentlemen, once the unveiling has been completed, there'll be an opportunity for photos, should you wish, and then we'll be providing a light morning tea at the PRIP offices inside Tohono. So being located at an airport, and occasionally a windy one, we've ensured that the sculpture was securely covered. So we have a team of specialists at the ready. It's our rescue fire team. And I'd like now to ask them if they could please take the tarp off now for the official unveiling. Well, I think you'll all agree that's a magnificent replica. And look, again, to the guys at Sharp Metal, I think they've helped us to really highlight that. So that ends the official proceedings here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, please take some photos and enjoy it, and enjoy morning tea with us upstairs afterwards. Kia ora. What do you think?
Yes.
Looks like the original, doesn't it? Yeah.
Trying to find the plane.
Oh, it's over there.
The plane is on
We'll
the...
go and have
Yep.
a closer look if you like, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's so nice you guys are...
Yeah. Should we go and have a... Oh,
I
yes,
think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great sculpture, but in reality they should have put it on the other side of the road, and that way it's not facing, and the shadow is not on the north side, and then you wouldn't get this reflection, because unfortunately with the reflection you actually can't see the detail. Be a different story if it's an overcast, but with our beautiful Taranaki weather, with the most sunshine hours, we don't get that many overcast days for our visitors. So yeah, I think it should have just been on this side, and you would have cut all the reflection. It's just a real pity. Also, the planes and the visitors coming in, they would have been able to see it facing back to them. So yeah, in reality I think it should have been on this side, not this side, because as you see, you can't actually see it. Just a pity. Not being negative, but hey, someone has to bring it up.